What's up, beautiful people? It's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we have this very interesting video from Greg from the Black Conservative Perspective, and it's titled "Hollywood Actress Breaks Down in Tears Over High Taxes and Gender Pay Disparity for Black Women." Also, so on the thumbnail we've got Taraji P. Henson, and I'm sure lots of you are familiar with her, and it's no news about Taraji sharing her story recently and coming out to talk about how she's been underpaid and what goes on in Hollywood. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what Greg have got to say on this one. Let's check it out.
Alright guys, so I want to react to this video from actress Taraji P. Henson, who I think is known for being on Empire. Okay, the show that was that the show Jussie Smollett was on, right?
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett, I think it was. I don't watch any of these shows. Okay, so I don't know. I apologize if I get it wrong. But anyways, this video that we have to react to is Taraji P. Henson breaking down in tears because she is not getting paid enough millions as a black woman in Hollywood. Okay, she's basically threatening to quit acting, okay, because she feels like she is working too hard and getting paid too little. Now, I want to react to this because essentially what she's complaining about is the so-called gender pay gap, right? She's complaining about the gender pay gap, and she's gonna tell us why she's not getting paid enough. And I'm gonna respond to it because obviously her reasoning is not really grounded in any real logic or reasoning, especially when it comes to capitalism, right? Because that's ultimately what this comes down to. It comes down to capitalism. But again, you can't expect people to analyze these types of situations using actual, I don't know, logic, common sense, reasoning. No, it's all emotions, right? Which is basically going to be a vast majority of this video. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Stopping acting, we said stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, "You work a lot." Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working,
now let's pay attention to the math. Pay close attention to the math. Okay, this is gonna be super important. Okay, I want you guys to pay close attention to the math here. Okay,
a lot. You know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, "Oh, such and such made $10 million," no, that's not that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. That's right. Okay, so do the math now.
So why is Uncle Sam getting 50% off the top? Why is Uncle Sam getting 50% off the top? Taraji P. Henson, who, by the way, lives in Hollywood, right? She lives in Los Angeles, where California has some of the highest state taxes, income taxes in the country. Now, as an actress, I do believe that actresses are unfortunately like athletes, where there's not really much they can do in regards to lowering their income. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I mean, she says she has a team, so maybe they can, I don't know, maybe they get paid a 1099 and they form a business or whatever. I'm not sure if they can do that. I'm not sure exactly how they get paid, but I do know with athletes it's difficult for them because they're not really a business, okay? They're an athlete. So I think they get like a W-2, like a regular paycheck, right? Like it's not an actual real business. Not sure if it works like that for her, but what I do know is that you are living in a state that has excessively high state taxes. So my next question is, did you vote Democrat? Who did you vote for? Right? Who did you vote for? That's my next question, because what you're complaining about, the 50% off the top of the 10 million, which by the way, she's worth 25 million according to the internet. That could not be wrong, but I do know that she has bought $1 million mansions in the Hollywood Hills in upwards of $6.5 million. So obviously she is making that type of money. So again, my question is, being a high earner, who did you vote for? That's an important question because it will determine whether or not I actually feel bad for you. In this situation right here, considering how Taraji P. Henson did a campaign ad for Hillary Clinton, I'm assuming that she probably didn't vote for Trump. She didn't vote for Trump in 2016, and she probably didn't vote for Trump in 2020. She's a black woman, so there's a 95% chance that she voted for a Democrat. And she's a black woman in Hollywood. So there's basically a 100% chance that she voted for Democrats. Joe Biden, Gavin Newsom, the people running the state of California. So again, what you're complaining about are Democrat laws. You're complaining about Democrat tax rates. This is what they want. They want to tax the rich. Or at least that's what they say.
True.
But in California, they do actually tax the rich. And in California, they have a high cost of living. So clearly, those millions of dollars, right, it ain't stretching as far as you would like. But again, that's not a result of bigotry or you being a black woman or the gender pay gap. That's a result of the fact that you vote Democrat. This is what you voted for. These are policies that you wanted.
We have 5 million. Your team.
Okay, yeah, I understand what Greg is saying, and that is part of it. That is absolutely true, because sometimes, like, these people, they know what they are doing, but more than likely, until it affects them, that is when they start feeling the pain and they start crying out because it's affecting them. And some of them don't really understand what they are doing, just because it's affecting their income, so they have to cry out and all of that. Now let's even talk about the fact that she said Uncle Sam taking 50%, because more than likely most people who have team, the way their pay structure is, oh my goodness, it's not like, sometimes it is scary to even hear that and how they run their things and whatever. And yeah, like she said, when a certain production goes out, you make a certain amount of money, but all of it does not go to you. The entirety of the amount of money does not go to you. It's splitted into so many parts, and then you get a certain amount of share, which happens. I mean, even us as creatives who work with bunches of team, this is what goes on behind the scene, and this is what lots of people don't even talk about, lots of people don't say. And honestly, tons of people have even come out to talk about this, but lots of people don't even pay attention or turn a blinding eye, because it's not affecting them until it starts affecting them. That is when they come out to cry out. I mean, even the regular people, this affects them, like this is their daily reality. But of course, people who are celebrities, who are in the upper class, who are earning more, don't really care, because it's not affecting them until it touches them somehow. Then they start crying out or lashing out. And yeah, I love Taraji P. Henson. I love her work. I love her movies. And hearing her cry hits home, because tons of people, especially creatives, this is what they've been talking about. And yeah, what Greg said is absolutely true. Who did you vote for? You more than likely voted for the exact same people that are causing or doing this thing to you. So I mean, more than likely you knew what you were doing, so it only took something to really hit you hard to realize that, oh, this is painful. But yeah, let's go on.
Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed, sometimes not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math.
Yeah, so you got 2 to 3 million left over. 2 to 3 million left over. Now look, you know, hey, I gotta admit, it's probably not a lot after tax, considering how you did make 10 million and you end up with 20 to 30% of that. Yeah, I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that's fair. But then again, this is most likely what you voted for, right? Allegedly.
So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What that means is that your star power doesn't justify the amount of money that you think you should be paid. It's just basic capitalism.
Exactly.
I mean, she sounds like
exactly.
these women in WNBA. Well, I should get paid the same as a man. No, you shouldn't get paid the same as a man, because men have more star power. Men make more money. They bring more money to their league, so therefore they're going to get paid more. The attendance is better. People are willing to pay more per ticket. Okay? So when that is the case, right? When that's the case, obviously men are going to get paid more. It's the same with her. If she was an actress that could basically guarantee that a movie is going to make a certain amount of profits, that they're going to bring a certain amount of ticket sales, then she would get paid more. You only get paid what you're worth, especially in these types of industries. Because again, if your star power justified you getting paid whatever she wants to get paid, I can imagine it's probably up there in the 30, 40, 50 million dollars, okay, per role. If your star power justified that, if you can bring that much money to a production to justify paying you that much, they will pay you that much, right? But you can't.
Sure.
I'm sorry, you can't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're not a good actress. I'm not saying you're not a talented person. But it's hard for me to shed tears because somebody who more than likely voted for Democrats is mad that they're only getting 20 to 30% of the 10 million that they get paid. Hard for me to feel bad. I mean, you are still...
Okay, yeah, there is a lot of sense in what Greg is saying, and absolutely true. You're paid what you're worth, and sometimes most of these actresses or actors, they are underpaid, and sometimes lots of them don't even know their value. They don't know what they bring to the table. Tons of them, they feel like, oh, maybe because their counterparts are charging this exact same thing, or their counterparts are doing this exact same thing, then therefore they should be within that bracket, when in real sense and in reality, more than likely, it is about you, not about the other person. The other person is worth a certain amount, and you are worth a certain amount. The both of you are not the same. It happens to us as creative. Sometimes when you're doing some certain work, and sometimes some people undercharge, some people overcharge, and more than likely when other people are reaching out to you, they realize that, oh, your counterparts charge this exact same amount, then why are you charging this amount? Because your counterpart charges a lower amount, so therefore you should charge the exact same bracket, when in real sense the both of you are not in the same bracket. And more than likely, it's not even just about skin color or whatever, it's about you. And most people don't even know what they are worth. Now, I'm not even talking about Taraji. That is just sad. And more than likely is more about you. And sometimes when you get to a certain level, you're supposed to up your price, not remain in the exact same bracket. I mean, she has a lot to offer. Apart from that, I watched tons of her movie, and she in the movie, she lived the character. And that is one beautiful thing I love about her. She lives the character. Hence, I get why lots of people enjoy her movie. Like, they feel the character, they feel the emotion in her. So I'm hearing her saying that she is underpaid or not paid good amount of money is something like, it's crazy, because sometimes you see your favorite character or actress or actor, and you be like, oh, this person will be worth this amount, or this person would make tons of money, and up until they open their mouth to tell you that, oh, they didn't make much amount of money, that is when you know the real truth. But again, Greg is absolutely right, like what is said. Again, who did you vote for? That is something to check out. But yeah, let's go on.
Hard for me to feel bad. I mean, you are still getting paid $2 to $3 million a year, which is better than most folks in this country, right? By a mile. You're still in the top 0.01%, even if you're living in California. But again, the issue, if you want to get paid more, is not that there's a cabal of men that are holding you down because you're a black woman. No, that's not what it is. It's your voting habits and your talent, right? Your actual star power, the market for an actress like yourself. But the honest to God truth is that I think that, you know, hey, as a Hollywood actress, she should be thankful for the fact that she does get paid what she gets paid, even though she loses, you know, 80% of it.
Yeah.
Right? You should be thankful. You get to act for a living. And I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm not saying it's not tough. I'm not saying it doesn't take talent. But hey, it's a lot better than most folks in this country.
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize.
So what she's saying is, well, if I can't fight for, you know, black women coming behind me to get paid more, what am I doing? Again, this is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. What are you doing? That's actually the question. How are you voting? Right? That's the question that I have. That's the question I have. What are you doing? How are you? Who did you vote for? Right? Since this is, you know, such a big deal for you. But again, you know, it's just funny to me how women do this. They complain about not being paid enough, but they have no clue why they're not getting paid as much as they want to get paid. She has no clue that the fact that she has to pay 50% off the top, okay, or whatever she earns to the feds. She has no clue that is a result of her voting habits. She has absolutely no clue. She has no clue that she only getting paid what she's getting paid because of her star power. This is what you bring to the table. Nobody's holding you down. Nobody's saying, oh, I'm not going to pay you because you're a black woman.
Yeah, it's not about color.
You're only getting paid what you're worth.
True.
How many eyeballs can you bring to the screen? It's really that simple. Same thing with the WNBA. How many eyeballs, how many tickets can you sell? Right? That's really what it comes down to. Nothing more, nothing less. But hey, let these people tell it. Even as one of the most privileged people on the planet, they're still a victim. Right? Woe is me. I only get paid $2 to $3 million a year to act. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I'll guarantee you she gets paid a lot more than that, because just based off some of the things I'm saying, she's either living way beyond her means, right? If she's only getting paid $2 to $3 million a year, she's probably living beyond her means. Either that, or she's getting paid a lot more than she's alluding to. Okay? Either way, it's hard for me to feel bad. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.
Well, this is absolutely true. Greg didn't lie. More than likely is your voting habits. Who did you vote for? Who are you voting for? Those are the things, criteria, and also your words and your storehouse. Like, what do you bring to the table? What can you offer? And honestly, I always say this, that most people don't even know their worth. They think they do, but in real sense they don't, because sometimes for them it's always best that they do what their other counterparts are doing, when in real sense it is you, not about your counterpart. And let's even talk about the fact that lots of people are basing this off of color. No, it's not off color. It is about you. Your color is not even the first thing you should be doing, because yes, some people will say, oh, black women are underpaid and all of that, but what can you offer? There are tons of places where you would go and then you meet a competition and the person brings more than what you bring, but you expect to be paid the exact same amount which the person is being paid, and you don't bring as much as what that person brings. It's more about numbers, and these people deal with numbers. Even as creative, it's more about numbers, and people should know these things. It's not just about the fact that others are flexing or others are being paid or earning this amount of money or this particular amount, then therefore you are also entitled to earning that. No, it's about you and knowing your worth. But yeah, this was quite interesting. I saw the clip, and the first thing I said was, yeah, this is more than likely many people go through this. Regular people, they go through this, and this is what many people have been talking about. More so, just like what Greg just said, more your voting habits and interesting. But yeah, this was interesting from Greg's point of view. But all the same, I really love your honest contribution to this. What are your thoughts about this so far? I'm sure tons of people have got different opinion regarding this, and I really love your honest contribution to this. You can share all the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.